Welcome, ladies and gents, to another edition of Monday Night Brawl, or Monday Night Brawlers, whichever I feel like saying. It's good to be back, and tonight we're going to be playing Hyrule Warriors in celebration of the recently announced sequel. And I love the heck out of this game. This is, no hyperbole, this is my most played Nintendo Switch game. At least that's what my Nintendo Switch's internal clock says. If that's to be believed. And I feel like it's fairly trustworthy. But that's because there is a ton of content in this game. And it also depends on what you're trying to get out of it. If you're singularly trying to go for unlocking the Master Sword's true potential, that in itself could take you like 300 hours. It's insane what you have to do. So I figured tonight we could probably get through on hero mode. I've done it before, obviously. But it would take us a while and be kind of grindy. And I want to go through as much of the story as I can. So I figured tonight what we could do is just essentially, you know, pick the story, not at easy but normal, so that way you get a little bit of pushback, but not much, so that way we can have a nice time and just go through and try to see how far we get. But yep, I have the Master Sword here, fully powered up. In order to do that, the first power-up, Evil's Bane, I believe, and don't quote me on this, I'm going from memory, that you need to unlock every single character. And then you have to defeat so many enemies, like 10,000 or something, in order to unlock it. And then for Exorcism, you have to unlock all weapons, which is a much more daunting challenge. And that gets its power up the rest of the way. And that, I think, is what takes the bulk of the time. So, let's get into these cutscenes while I bring up the chat. Uh-oh. That's not good. She lost her heart. It's a dream. No voice acting from the characters in this, unless you count... Hey, listen! But there is some English voiceover, which I didn't recall, because I haven't done the story mode in so long. We must locate him, if there are to be these dark times. The boy that wears the green clothes. We must find the reborn spirit of the hero, who has the Triforce of Courage. We will find no fully realized heroes here. We'd be wiser looking elsewhere. Zelda's like, who's that cute boy? Come on, Link. Girls are watching. Do good. There you go. Perfect, buddy. Look at him, he's like, yes! Nailed it. A horde of monsters is marching towards Hyrule Castle. Impa, prepare the troops for battle. One thing I forgot to do, but we can do it on the next battle, is look at some of the various outfits we can wear. I think right now I'm wearing the outfit from Ocarina of Time. Which fits pretty well. You know, the Hylian shield and the Master Sword is the set that I'm using for my weapon, so it's going to look pretty appropriate thematically. In the original game, he's wearing this, and he doesn't switch to the hero's clothes until later. And this game's version of the hero's clothes. Still green, but he has like a cool scarf. What do you think you're doing with that sword? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to kick some butt. That's what I'm doing. Left-handed Link, y'all.
Hordes of monsters began laying siege to the kingdom of Hyrule.
So many monsters.
Princess Zelda led a valiant defense against hopeless odds. News of the...
Oh, sorry. I skipped that just based off of pure instinct. I'll try not to skip the rest of them. Basically, they're just saying, hey, monsters are coming to kick some butt. We didn't miss a whole lot of plot. I could skip the pan over on the battlefield though, right? Ha, 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 ha. Now you can see For those who had stuck with me during my Dynasty Warriors trip, you rack up KOs in this game much faster. Even with weaker characters and harder difficulty modes. Like, they just... Look at that. 100 enemies in, what, 20 seconds maybe? Insane. No one tells me I'm a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms when I get 1,000, though, unfortunately. They probably say something. There's a whole lot of talking, but there's no voice acting, so it's really easy to ignore. There's a little fairy that's like, help, I'm too little to fight monsters. So there isn't Navi in this game. The fairy's called Proxy. Get it? Because Link no talkie. So anything coming from Link is going to be just Proxy talking. So we can talk about some of the combos we have here. You got your spin. You got your pop-up. You actually have moves you can do on pop-up. 1, 2, 3 does a pop-up as well. And then you can pow, hit the ground, and even do another spin if you're fast enough. One of the moves I really like to do with him is his C3, so you do 2 regular attacks. I messed up, hold on. Let me try that again. 2 regular attacks and a special. And you throw, and it goes really far. You fan out energy from his sword. Really good for generals that like to block a lot, because you can hit them with a move before they actually start blocking, which is really helpful. And the Master Sword, for those who are eagle-eyed, does add a little bit of flair to his sword moves that his regular sword wouldn't do. Which is kind of cool. And this is Volga. He is one of the original characters from this game. He's actually kind of cool. Oh. Okay, 1, 2. See how far we can get him. Wow, look at that. So this is kind of cheaty. It's a little broken because basically I don't have to get near him. I could just hit him like that if I wanted to. We get him to half health, and he's like, "All right, it's time for me to transform." Because see, Volga's actually a dragon. He ain't playing games. Link tried to block that. That was a mistake. I probably would have dodged if I was him. I like Impa's design in this, but I like the design of Impa in the sequel much better. How it looks like a young Paya. To match Breath of the Wild's art style. It's pretty cool. That was in the most recent trailer. So they're about to be barbecued Hylians. And he's like, very good. Toasty! Turns around. We're good. But wait! It turns out this kid's got the Triforce of Courage, y'all. And it makes you fireproof. Who knew? So he dropped some goodies we went to pick up. Now I just gotta wait for this door to open. Oh, it opened. So from like 4 and on, and you can do, I think, let me see if I can stretch out this combo here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's cool. But from anywhere all the way up to 10, if you press the special button and hold it, he just does this move where he kind of charges forward. Anybody caught in its wake, they just come along for the ride. It's pretty cool. So we defeated the Lizalfos. That will open up this area over here for us. Now, at this point, if you're first starting playing the story mode, you actually don't have your bombs yet. Or any items, for that matter. Any, like, you know, usable items that you have in the Zelda universe. But I already have them. This is where we would normally get them. So instead of getting bombs, it's going to give us like a weapon, I think. But we're still going to get a cutscene and everything showing us that we need to break out. A little tutorial. Those little funky goblins. Bokoblins. How could you? So throw some bombs and we're good to go. Bam. Okay, now Zelda's playable, so we're going to switch to her. Alright. Now Zelda, like, Link has a ton of weapons in this game. Zelda has 3. Right now she's using her default, which is her Rapier. She's got a system where you can press her special to fill up with light, and it actually adds additional attacks at the end of her combos. Like right there, she shoots light arrows. That's kind of cool. But what we need to do as her right now is go in here and take this base. standard for Dynasty Warriors, especially the later games. We just gotta kill a certain number of enemies. The Keep boss shows up. We take him down, the base is ours. We'll shoot an arrow of light at him. Boom, he's done. That's gonna bring all the links to the yard. And we're good to go. Zelda and Link rendezvous. Do tell. Ha! See, if I keep holding, I get that little attack. I can actually hold that too and run with it. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do this. So right here, I have this charge, and I can just run and do a big old circular swipe. Yeah! It's good stuff. Link is definitely one of the more powerful characters in the game, especially with the Master Sword. He's also one of the easier to learn. Some of the characters in this game, and they don't explain any of this, and I kind of wish they had like a tutorial mode or a practice mode to teach you the moves and like the nuance of the different moves, and they don't. Maybe that's something they can change for the sequel. But some of these characters have very complicated mechanics that I would have never figured out if I didn't like find a good YouTube channel to teach me. So for those that are interested, like if you never got into this game or wanted to but just seemed unapproachable, or maybe samey or some of the characters didn't play right, we're going to try to display as many different characters as we can in this playthrough. We won't get to some, obviously. We'll get to my favorite, which is Sheik. But try a YouTube channel called Warriors Dojo. Warriors Dojo does walkthroughs of every single character in this game and some rankings and other types of videos. And they do a fair amount for Fire Emblem Warriors too. There's this guy named Shane who does, he used to do Shane Brain or Games Brain, I think was his regular YouTube channel. I talked about him on the podcast actually. He's really, really good with this game. I think he actually 100%ed it, which is something I aim to do one day. But in order to 100% it, you have to clear all these adventure maps. If there's time tonight, I'll like bring those up so everybody can see them. But there's a ton, and they're absolutely filled to the brim with missions. And they get progressively harder depending on which map you go into. And there's like different mechanics for getting around the maps that mirror the games that they reference. So yeah, lots of stuff. Okay, I think Zelda's on her way over here, so I'm gonna meet her. I'm gonna take this base real quick while we're waiting for her to run over. In fact, just so she doesn't get distracted, let's order Zelda over to the temple. Now, Fire Emblem Warriors is cool. We'll actually probably play that pretty soon. Maybe we'll play it next Monday. I think that'd be a good idea, just to show the difference, because my two favorite Warriors games that are not Dynasty Warriors are this and Fire Emblem Warriors. They're really good. The thing about Fire Emblem Warriors is when you order your units, if you have extra units, to other areas, they can actually go and defend and actually, like, they could even take a base or prevent somebody from dying. But in this game, while you can move, you can tell characters to go to certain spots, they don't really do anything or prove to be effective once they're there, unfortunately. You kind of have to switch to them in order for them to do anything. Like, she'll just be here with that guy all day and not making any progress. And it's a little unfortunate. But what are you going to do? So, we're going to move Zelda into the temple. And that's going to start off a special move. And I'm going to switch to Impa. And I'm going to ask Link to stay at that temple too. What we're waiting on is for Zelda to use her magic to activate a bomb to kind of advance the battle, so to speak. If you pay close attention, they kind of tell you what to do or hint at it, give you, missions and side missions and whatnot. But obviously, I have most of it memorized, or at least a lot of these battles. Some of these I might have to get refreshed. So this is Impa. She actually has two weapons. She has this big Goron sword, and she also has a Naginata. I like the sword slightly better, but they're both pretty fun to play. She's got this thing where she brings like shurikens down, like water shurikens. Her element, obviously, is water. Wait, I thought I told Zelda to go to the daggone fairy fountain. Zelda, what is your deal? Go to the fairy fountain. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. And actually, since I'm already done with that mission, I'm going to ask Impa to go over here and kind of post up at the central keep. Okay, mission successful. Now that Zelda's here, she's going to activate this fountain so I can use its magic. And then she's going to leave the battlefield. And this will help me, I think, gain advantage at one of the bases, I believe, if I recall. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, look, I already have 1601 KOs. Come on now. Hello, somebody. Great Fairy! Not as good as the BBWs you see in Breath of the Wild, and that's one of the reasons I'm glad it's a prequel, because I can't wait to see them again. They're great. But, you know, the old fairy can get it too. She's a cutie. You can actually play as the fairy in this game too, which is kind of cool. It's one of Link's weapons. He basically... he goes into like a magic bottle that the fairy will pull out to help her with attacks. Unfortunately, she has such a huge hitbox. She's not very practical in a lot of situations. She's more just for funsies. But she's a little ill-designed. She's more of a joke character. Which is unfortunate, because it's kind of cool to play as the Great Fairy. It's just, I wouldn't do it for any tough challenges. I would just do it for funsies. Alright. Now pretty soon, we're gonna get a Dodongo, I think is his name. One of the major like boss monsters from Zelda is gonna show up, so I need to be up there when he does. Yeah, King Dodongo. And we just got bombed. You know what that means in Legend of Zelda when you get the items. I mean, in the original Legend of Zelda, that's how you would get these guys. It's with the bombs. He's a big boy. He's big. Fire breathing. So you can only use your bombs when he actually opens his mouth, which is usually after a fire attack. So we'll wait for him to kind of pop in to say hi. And it's good that I moved Impa over here, because if you have one or more additional characters with you when you're near a boss, it actually augments your magic. Not that I need it, my magic's already like maxed out. So all these attacks he's doing, I can't throw bombs at him yet. I need to be careful because he has a really wide hitbox. I don't want to get hit too much. Although I think I'll be fine. It's on normal. Which means we should be able to take him out in one cycle, I hope. Save some time. Okay, here we go. So he's doing the fire. Sucks in. Give him them bombs. He's gonna go blip. I'm gonna go ahead and use my magic to accelerate the speed of my attacks. Oh my goodness. Calm down, man. Okay, put him in slow-mo for some reason. Okay, you want to do 1, 2, 3, up in the air, come down. Okay. I'm going to do one of these to finish out my magic, and then bam. We should be able to kill him here. Ow. That's King Dodongo. Now, on hard mode, I probably would have had to do that twice. And then on hero mode, maybe 3 times. So that's the only difference, is just, you know, the amount of damage they do, the amount of damage they can take, that type of thing. And that's why we're switching out, so we can go a little quicker. Impa, terrible news. The enemy wizard has seized the castle. Whoops. So the beast was just a distraction? Where is Princess Zelda? Is she safe? Where'd she go? No. Nope. That's impossible. So yeah, that one battle took like 20 minutes. I don't know how far we're actually going to be able to get, unfortunately. Especially when we're watching the cutscenes. Which aren't terrible, so we're going to watch them. Here's your clothes! You up to the task, hero? With your Triforce of Courage and all that?
The Triforce is the harmonious
Get a little
union of
lore
power,
explanation from the
wisdom,
lady.
and
Thanks, lady.
courage. It has been the object of countless battles between the forces of light and darkness. Each time the Triforce fell into the clutches of evil,
Oh, there's
Hyrule was
Ganon.
plunged into misery.
It'd be cool if you run into Ganon tonight.
In
I don't
every
think we will,
age,
though.
A hero, clad
Maybe.
in green, would restore peace to the land. During one of these dark times, the legendary hero split the spirit of evil into 4 fragments, sealing each away to finally break the cycle of destruction. 3 of the fragments were scattered across time and space.
3 fragments.
The final fragment was sealed in a sacred temple built upon holy ground, imprisoned by the blade of evil's bane.
The Master Sword. Yeah, we're not technically supposed to have it yet. Oh, hey there, Annie. Yeah, I mean, I play different brawler beat-em-ups on Monday nights, so we're checking out Hyrule Warriors tonight since the sequel's coming out pretty soon. Alright, so they give you a bunch of weapons to cycle through. Hopefully we don't have to sell any, because you can only carry so many. And then we'll go to the next battle. So, we can either play as Link or Impa. Let's go ahead and take a look at their outfits here. So we have... This is how he starts out. This is the clothes that he just got. This is what it looks like in this game. And what we would have worn if it was our actual first time. And a lot of these outfits I just get through doing the adventure maps. I don't have every outfit for every character. I think that's one of the last things I need to do. But you can see they go back through the previous games, which is pretty cool. And then they add some different color schemes. There's Darkwing. This one's pretty funny. Let's see. Era of the Wilds. They added this one specifically for this edition coming out on Switch. There's one from the original game. That's one of my favorites. So let's do Postman for funsies. And then we'll do a different Link weapon. So we just did the Master Sword. Let's try using Epona. Not really sure which Epona I want to use. We can use this one. This one's pretty strong.
After an arduous battle, Link and his comrades slew King Dodongo.
Yeah, we did.
The beast was only ever intended as a distraction. The army of monsters had taken Hyrule Castle. Worse, after the dust had settled, Princess Zelda was nowhere to be found. Impa and Link searched the battlefield for any sign of her, but to no avail. Although the battle had been lost, Impa foresaw Link's importance to the coming war. She bestowed upon him a green tunic, the sign of the legendary hero. Link did not believe himself worthy of the honor.
So we
but he was
decided to
determined
wear
help Impa
undies.
and her
Postman's
remaining
undies.
soldiers locate Zelda. Weeks passed.
I wonder how that's going to look on the... I never wore that outfit on the horse. I don't know how that's going to look.
A handful of soldiers were holding out against the monsters in Farron Woods. The leader of this resistance was supposedly a young woman. Impa dared to hope that this unknown woman was Zelda. Link and Impa decided to make their way to the forest by way of the Elden Caves, a path with its own dangers.
Alright, so we're going to Elden. Might run into Volgan again? I can't remember. The floor is hot lava. Alright, let's get to it. So this one, obviously there's a lot of mobility in this kit, but it is a little difficult to control, as you can imagine. It's still a lot of fun. I don't think it's really good for like one-on-one battles, but it's good for mobility and it's good for large groups. So there's that. It's fun. That's what it's all about, having that variety. Look at Epona kicking ass. Pow, 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 pow. Alright, let's see where we need to go here. Oh, we got bombs. There we go. Rendezvous with the Hylian captain. Okay, we can do that. Let's take this base on the way. So, these monsters introduce a mechanic we may not need to use much since we're just trying to go through the story rather than the difficulty, but when certain monsters queue up special attacks, they'll have like a weapon pop up above their head, which will not only interrupt their attack, but usually turn it on their allies around them, which is really helpful, especially in harder difficulty modes. So for that wizard that we were just fighting, if they power up their attack and you hit them with an arrow, their magic will shoot out all around them on 4 sides, but only hit the enemies instead of you, which is really helpful. Okay, looks like we have to go back south and take this base now. Yeah, I'm glad I chose the horse. They got us going all over the place. Ooh, he got all messed up, didn't he? We need to find a way past the lava. Figure it out, Impa. Okay. Wizro was here. He's another interesting character to play as. He's kind of tough, but again, if you get a handle on some of his moves, he can be pretty effective. Okay. So we got that. Now we can head over and take this other keep that is open to us. Nice. Okay. Trying to see what else we need to do. I wonder if we can attack this and knock it down. No, I think we need to do something. Oh, a bomb shoe. That's what's going to blow it up. Okay. We got to make sure that no enemies attack it. So we'll have to go back to escort it real quick. You already got 800 KOs. That's what I'm talking about. It don't take long. The level cap in this game is 255. I've only gotten it, I think, with just 2 characters, Sheik and Young Link, because they're both like 2 of my favorite characters. They're really strong. Especially Sheik. She's almost broke. I would venture as far as to say she's broken. Especially for challenges that require you to take little damage, because she can constantly buff herself with a shield. We'll see that in effect here tonight, definitely, because I'll be playing as her during one of these earlier missions. That's cool. Alright, something's coming here to get the bomb tree. Let's go get it first. What is it? Oh, we got the pose. Okay. Oh, so just do that thing with the arrow like I showed you, but I didn't have it targeted, so I couldn't get it to attack his friends. Oh well. You want to switch your targeting quick. There's audio cues too, so when you get used to the game, even if you're not looking at the enemy, you can tell when they're about to queue up a special attack, and you memorize like which enemies are disadvantaged by which weapons. So you got those pose, those magicians that kind of look like Wizro. Their weakness is arrows. Same thing as like Gibdos or like the Redeads. And then lizards, their weakness is bombs. Same thing as like big moblins. And then there's these Lysalphos, lizards that can fly up a little bit. Their weakness is hook shots. And you have a big hammer that you get from like a DLC to be used on later enemies that come from like Wind Waker, which is kind of cool. Alright, let's go up here and see what's what. Uh-oh, what happened now? This is where Sheik's gonna show up. Uh-oh, we're surrounded by jobbers. Whatever will we do? There she is, playing her harp. So it is Zelda, but she's not ready to tell us that she's Zelda. So she said the princess is not dead. You can call me Sheik. Yeah, because she's in that tribe, so that's a weird, like, flex for her to do in front of somebody she's trying to fake into being. It made more sense in Ocarina of Time when Impa wasn't around to call her out. Okay. So, now we got Sheik in the battle. As soon as I can play as her, I'll switch to her so we can check her out. Oh no, there's a dark wizard! Talking about nefarious things. I like when you go to different parts of the level and the music changes. It's kind of cool. Let's go! Bam! Got that one. Looks like we're going to escort another bomb chew here in a bit. Ooh, what's this? When it's in a big chest like that, it's usually some kind of special treasure. Oh, it's a weapon. I've got all the unlocks, so obviously it's not going to be something super special, but that's what all like the new weapons, boss keys, and like outfits and stuff will come in chests like that. Or like hearts and heart pieces. But you can get obviously more hearts from leveling up, but you also get them through missions and stuff, which is cool. Okay, now we need to go to the summoners and stop them. Actually, I don't know if I can. I can't get up there. Okay, maybe one of these will open up here in a sec. Okay. Find, defeat the spirit of the caves. The deepest tunnels. Okay, spirit might be this way. Looking around for the spirit of the tunnels. There it is. There's one of the summoners. Oh, there's the spirit of the caves too. Okay. Well, try to shoot with the arrow. I was in the middle of a combo. Hey, if you think Link's having an easy time, wait till I unlock Sheik. Oh, I just did. She's really gross. Like, I've got her way powerful. So this is the cool thing about her. She can play her harp, and depending on when you do her special move, she'll do different magics. So what I did there, when I do that, I get a little watermark by my special gauge, and then if I play the harp, I get this water shield around me. This water shield will stay up indefinitely, and will automatically absorb 4 hearts worth of damage. So it's super helpful. And then I'll let me get to these other enemies and I'll show off a few of the other. Actually, we can go this way, and I can show off a few of the other attacks. Yoink. Okay, we'll go over here. So the second one that she does is also pretty helpful too. Oh. More spires. She'll drop a hot rock. And now if I use the harp, she'll place a mine on the ground. For those enemy weak points that pop up, they get melted by this, especially for bosses. So that's what I use to open up a boss's weak point really fast. And then 1, 2, 3, you got electricity. Now if I pop this, I constantly have an electricity field that pushes enemies away from me. I don't use this as much, but if you want to for funsies, you could use this when you're running from A to B to attack enemies while not having to slow down, which is helpful. If you want to rack up KOs, maybe. Let's see, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you got darkness. Darkness is really helpful too, especially for enemies you want to stay in a certain spot. Say if you want to nail them with the fire bomb that we just showed off. So I'll show darkness when I get into this next base. So here's the darkness attack. Boom, draws everybody in. 1, 2. And then I drop this. And they're still being held, and they blow up. So it's a good combo. If you're not quick enough on the draw with your fire already. And then finally, 2, 4, 5. Oh wait, I did the darkness again. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's like really fast. It's kind of hard for me to get her attack sometimes. I'm gonna try again real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I did too fast again. There it is. Bam. Okay. This is the last one. This is light. This is actually really interesting because it's not so much an attack as it is a buff. And I'll show this off here in a sec. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Link go to this other one. That way I can get these pretty close together. But I'll have Sheik go in here and grab this one. So if you want to use your special attack heavily, this is what the special attack looks like. It's pretty good. And a wide radius grabs, pulls, and pushes away people with damage. But I could put this thing on the ground, and if you look at my special gauge, it's just filling up really fast. So I can basically replenish my own special gauge. Again, not really needed when you're in an area with a lot of enemies, but if you're dueling, it's super helpful, or if you're on like harder difficulty, something like that, and you need to use a lot of specials just to kind of get yourself out of jail free card, that type of thing. So super helpful. One thing that's kind of lame, if you switch away from, there you go, I got it. See that? He's attacking all the other enemies. It's kind of cool. If you switch away from Sheik and you switch back, her shield will be gone, so you always have to re-up it, which I always found kind of weird, but it is what it is. So when we get back to Sheik, her water shield is going to be gone. Okay, we got to protect this thing as it comes around. So I'm going to re-pop on her water shield. Boom. Good to go. Okay, I think I'm gonna send Link over here to this one. I'm gonna send Impa to this one. Now I'm gonna escort these bomb chews. Oh, Wizro's about to show up. He's got kind of a cool intro. He uses that ring, I guess, or he's like inside of it or whatever. I don't know how that works. That's basically his weapon. And his mouth is his eye. He's like a sea cucumber. Alright, here comes Wizro trying to attack my bomb chews. I'm not having it. Damn, got him. He's done. He can't handle that combo. It's too sick. Alright. He should be disappearing and hopefully dropping some loot. I'm waiting around for your loot. I want your loot. Give me your loot. Come on, give me the loot. Go away and give me the loot. Why won't you give me the loot? Right. As soon as I leave, he's going to drop that loot. Sometimes if enemies are... There we go. He's waiting for his message about retreat. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take this square. Alright, now I'm going to ask Link to go down here. Alright, and then I'm gonna protect this place. Or actually I need to retake it. Yeah, they already took it. Take it back. There we go. Alright, now I'm gonna switch back to Sheik. Oh yeah, there's some guys here giving them trouble. Let's take care of that. Yeah, I feel like we're going to get nowhere near to the end, because it's already another 20 minutes in, and we're just getting to the end of the second mission. Luckily, since I've unlocked them all, we can jump around a bit, so we can get some more interesting characters. Let's try that. Maybe I'll go and do a few adventure mode map missions. Because we're not going to have time to check out everything, unfortunately. This game is just too huge. What I do plan on doing when the sequel to Hyrule Warriors comes out, the War of Calamity, Age of Calamity, whatever it's called, I can't remember. It undoubtedly will have a story mode, obviously. So what I plan to do is I am going to use Monday Night, and I'll start with the hour, but I'll probably expand it. Maybe go from like 9 to 11 instead of 9 to 10 for those nights. And once a week, I'll just play a portion of the story mode until we finish the story mode. Since it's new and it's shiny and it's a Warriors game, we'll check it out together. And yeah, kind of go through it like that. I don't think I'm going to blind play it. Like, when I get it, I'll probably be playing it in my spare time for funsies, but I will make sure to get the story mode in order on camera. Let's see what happens when we go to this cave exit. I don't know if we need to go there to finish the battle or what's going on. I'm gonna clear this out since I'm here, and then I'll head over. Impa's on her way too. Sheik left, because of course she did. I feel like they never listen to your pins or whatever unless you do it while you're not playing as them. It's a weird quirk. Yeah, now she's turning around. Okay. Yeah, her pin was stuck there, but she decided to leave. Maybe since I started off as Link, he's the one that has to go over here. That could be it. Kind of makes sense. The British are coming! The British are coming! Alright, cool. Now what? Yeah, I'm here. Waiting on it. I'm Postman Link. Oh, and I can't attack. We must be done. Now to Farron Woods. There's a lady leading a resistance. Probably not, because Zelda's right here. You silly Billy. Alright, so that's that. And for every different weapon, you get like a different closing scene, which is kind of cool. Like, Link already finishes on his horse and his regular sword, but this one he actually plays Epona's song. By the way, we can play Epona's song during loading screens. I actually learned how to do it. Just by fiddling around. When you press the buttons during a loading screen, it will play the ocarina, which is kind of cool. It's a little Easter egg. I haven't been able to do it because we've been watching the cutscenes before the battles, which it's been stealth loading in the actual battle, so... Alright. Let's see who else we can play as. We got Linkle. Let's see, I'm just gonna look around and see like who would be interesting to play as. Got Ganon, we can play as him. We actually switched to the bad guys at one point. Just to see what they're getting up to. Cool. So, yeah, let's just go back and we'll go to the adventure mode so you guys can see that. So, these are all the adventure mode maps. I got a few of them 100%ed, but not all of them. And this is where you get all the extra characters that you don't unlock in the main story mode. All their extra weapons, and their outfits, all that stuff. Let's go to Twilight, since I'm still kind of playing through that. Not all of them are completely full, but most of them are. You see how small Twilight is compared to like the adventure map, where it's just all filled in. Every single one of these squares is a battle. If you notice, battles average out around 20 minutes. And not all of these are played just once, because some of them have Skulltulas, and you have to play through at least twice to get all of them. Sometimes I miss items because I'm not playing as a certain character. So I have to play as Tingle, like on this one, to get a heart, and I have to get an A rank victory, so maybe I don't get it right away and I have to try again. But also I have to be playing as Toon Zelda in order to get a heart piece in one of the treasure boxes in this battle. So every one of these, sometimes you need to play multiple times. Just depending. It gets a little rough. Like I said, that's where most of the game actually exists. But yeah, I want to just play some Randy battles with different characters that have interesting kits. This is actually a pretty good one, Twili Midna. Let's try that one out. She's a really fun character. So we need to get an A rank with her in order to unlock her, this is her standard outfit. So this is what, like, the Twilight Princess, the little Midna that rides on Wolf Link, this is what she looks like when she's not cursed. She's a full-grown lady. We'll rock her wild colors, her PCP colors. And, hey, I'm about to unlock an ability with this one. See, so you got weapons that have, like, these little KO markers, and once you get that many KOs, you unlock a new skill. So, it's kind of good, like, replay value. And I've been picking fairies during these battles, too. This is a thing that was added, I think, during DLC. I don't think it was on the default Wii U version, I believe. But those are fun. They're like alternate ways to use your magic. They can give you buffs and extra items if you level them up and give them food and you find on the battlefield, or augment their abilities with clothes. I haven't gotten super into it, but I have been like steady leveling up a couple of fairies, and it can be helpful. There are abilities you can get where you can actually heal keeps. So like, say if your main keep, if you lose it, you lose the battle, and it gets like a lot of, you know, damage while you're off doing something else, you can come back and use an item to heal it. If you use fairy magic, like depending on which fairy you use, all the enemies around you could take like a defense debuff. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. Epona, here's your song. Get the heck here now. That's all I know. But yeah, okay, what do we have to do? We have to defeat... Oh, I hate these. So, this is a mission where you have to defeat 2 enemies at the same time, but look how big her attacks are. Bananas. We might be able to do it. So she has a mechanic where you fill up like this green bar, you'll notice below her special bar, as you fight and use her special abilities. And if you fill it up all the way, then she very quickly does this huge area attack that does a lot of damage. So yeah, she's lots of fun to play as. Boom, boom, boom! Use big old cannon. So this actually be really helpful for defeating an enemy at the same time. So I want these enemies to get close to each other. Here we go. And if I damage them enough, they won't heal each other, which I think they just did. Okay, I'm gonna try to damage this guy. Where's the other guy? Get over here, man. There we go. There we go. I think I damaged them enough where they can't heal each other. So there's going to be like a few sets of enemy units that we have to defeat at the same time. Now we got to defeat a couple of Dark Zants. Zant's another character I want to get into a battle with before I end the episode, because Zant's very misunderstood as far as how his fighting works. Like I said, there are a lot of characters in this game that have unexplained dynamics or extra attacks that if you don't understand how they work, they can be very frustrating to play as. Hers is pretty straightforward, I think. Let me go back over here, try her special attack. I think she jumps and slams into the ground with a spear. Again, the idea is we want to attack these guys at roughly the same time, because if we don't, one will heal the other. Where's the other one? There he is. See how fast that goes? See that? Now look how slow it goes if I don't. It's not near as effective, and it opens me up to a lot of attack. So that's why I like judicious use of your special attacks and knowing when to use your special bar. Oh, we unlocked our skill. Cool. Hopefully it was a nice one. Hopefully it was something to augment my attack, because I'm not hitting these guys very hard. Okay, now they're 2 damage and they can't heal each other. Good. So now I don't really have to kill them at the same time. I can just go for it. Okay, there's one. Where'd he go? Over here? Okay. Pick up all his stuff. Oh no! I was supposed to defeat them at the same time. Dang it. Just because they can't heal each other doesn't mean I have to go after one of them at a time, apparently. That sucks, because I think that might affect my my ranking, which means that this isn't a waste of time. She still, like, you know, gains experience or whatever, but I'm gonna have to do this again in order to get her heart for the reward. That's rough. Most levels, in order to get an A rank, it's pretty universal what you have to do, save for a few exceptions. Like, for most levels, you want to get at least around 1,200 to 1,600 KOs, depending. A level this small probably isn't KO dependent, but as you can see, I was racking them up pretty well anyways. You want to defeat the level in a certain amount of time, and you want to take a certain amount of damage or less. This one probably has damage and time restrictions, but I bet you one of the conditions for getting an A ranking is actually completing the missions, which means I may have kind of messed up here. And now I have to like take out all 3 of these Dark Lanas at the same time. That's gonna be really difficult because they're gonna be like all over the place. Uh-oh. Got a special area attack. Did she shoot a Lana over there? No. Okay, good. Okay. Can use a special attack real quick. Okay. Okay, Lanas are 2 damaged. Good, they're all like really close in damage, which is helpful. There we go. Let's see if I can get all 3 of them in this attack. Yeah, it gets a little tricky depending on which character you're using. See, like one of them is way over there. Like, what are they doing? Gotta hurry up and defeat her before... Oh, no. Yeah. So now she's gonna get all that health back. Ugh, that sucks. Okay, I did get her though, but... Okay, I can't attack anymore, so the battle's over. If I got it, a chest cutscene will pop up, but I don't think I got it, because I think it's depending on actually passing those missions. Oh no, I got it! Okay, good. Apparently it's not. So if you get this before the battle ends, then basically, yep, heart container. There we go. Cool. Alright. I'm skipping through because we're almost at the end of the stream here, but I want to get at least one more character in. So we're going to play as Zant, because I think Zant is one of the more misunderstood characters. Twilight secret to everybody. Found all secret elements on the Twilight map. Oh, cool. Guess. Yeah, I'm almost done with this map. Like, I just got a few more rewards to go, and then a couple of tiles I think that I haven't actually beat. Any tile that doesn't have a little gold piece on it, basically. These are warping, so I don't think I can fight on these tiles, but... It looks like this one up here is the last battle. It doesn't look like it has a requirement, so... You can't use that item on this map. Suspicious places... Light torches, break boulders... Green portals, there we go. Let me try this. Oh, is that what that is? Can I fight here? Oh, here we go. Alright, we'll use this to showcase Zant, so this doesn't really have a requirement. Oh, and we can actually do 3 different characters. That's cool. So, this is Zant. We'll use his red outfit. Why not? I like that one. And then we can try out some other characters. We'll do, oh wait. I didn't actually pick him. Whoops. Do Zant. And then we'll do Ghirahim. He's kind of interesting. So we can talk about like how Ghirahim is used. And then let's go ahead and do Young Link. Because he also has, like I say, he's one of my favorite characters. He has a really cool dynamic as well. We'll talk about the 3 different characters and how they're used. Okay. Alright. So, Zant has this meter below his special that will start to fill up as you use a special attack. So, at the end of any of your combos. You can use it as much as you want, but if you keep using it and you overuse it, it depletes, and then he gets dizzy and opens himself up for attack. So what you need to do is time it. I love this special attack. Pow, 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 and then stop. And now he has his full special meter. Now, if I use this and I just press the special twice, I do this move where I just shoot like a maniac. And I'm going to fill up the bar because he has a second attack he can use to deplete that bar using the regular attack. So let's use a special attack to fill up the bar again. Okay. So then we press special once. Uh-oh, can I get out of here? And then press the attack. Bam. Now he's spinning around with these swords, just going bananas. This is not explained in the game. A lot of people don't know about this or understand it. They'll play as him, you know, just jam on buttons as you do in a Warriors game, and they're like, what is the deal with this guy? He keeps getting dizzy. I don't get it. And that's why. You have to be very careful about the timing of these attacks. But if used correctly, you can pump so much damage into enemies. It's insane. So he actually ends up being really fun. He has really great area attacks. Some of his attacks open him up to damage, like just like with Great Fairy. The one where I get really big and stomp the ground does increase my hitbox size, so I gotta be careful depending on like if I'm doing it against a large boss or something. And he does little laughs and little animations, but you can cancel out of them just by pressing the dodge button like you do when you launch into a run, like pew. So that's Zant. Now with Ghirahim is more of a duelist. You have all your special attacks that you usually do. So I'm going to do like this special attack here. Bring swords up from the ground. However, if I press the special button first, whoever I'm targeting I now have a line. So now I'm dueling with them. So then if I do the same attack... Well, I didn't do the same attack that time, but because he already got killed. But I would bring up more knives, or I'd do even more damage. Basically, dueling with somebody increases the damage you do against them, and it changes the way that the special attacks animate. So it's kind of insane. He does a lot of flourishes, a lot of extra stuff in his special attacks, so he does take some getting used to. You want to practice with him. But, like, I mean, seriously, one-on-one, if you're going against, like, another boss character or enemy, he can't be messed with. He's a really good duelist. And then finally, we have Young Link. Young Link has a very interesting setup. So he's fairly strong as his baby Link self, but anybody familiar with Majora's Mask may notice the Fierce Deity mask on the back of his, Oh, I think we just failed the mission. Okay, we were supposed to escort messengers. Managers. That's okay, we're gonna restart. So I can show off Link. And then we'll try and finish this battle, and that'll be it for tonight. Okay. So the thing about Young Link is you have all your regular attacks, but his magic attack is actually what makes him really special. You notice the Fierce Deity mask he has on his hip there. He puts that on as his magic attack. Now the cool thing is, you notice I have all of my special attack bars. That's cool and everything, but if I play my Ocarina, which is my special attack, it switches it from my my special to my magic, allowing me to use this. Now if you notice, decimation, just unmitigated nastiness. Look at this. And for a while, when you first start using your magic attack, killing enemies will actually up it, and then eventually they'll start to deplete a little faster. But again, the cool thing about him is, playing my flute, boom, more magic. If you plan it out right, depending on the battle that you're in, and the amount of enemies you're attacking, and the special meter, and the magic meter pickups and all that, you can almost stay in this mode indefinitely, which is insane. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that for right now, but typically. Okay, now what I'm going to do, actually, when I win this battle, I need to go and protect the messenger before he dies. Well, I should do that quick. Let's see. Command. Let's send Zant. We'll send Zant over this messenger. And then we'll send Ghirahim over to... I hate this because it's not precise. That messenger. Alright, let's go. We need to go fairly quickly because these messengers can get bodied very quick. So this messenger's having trouble. Let's help him out. So this is his special attack. Again, not as good as his magic attack, but I want to show it off at least once. Now the thing that actually works against us with this is when you're in special attack mode like this, you cannot switch characters. So me activating it right there probably wasn't the smartest thing because now I have to manually walk over here. And that messenger is about to die. In fact, I think it just did. Yeah. So we just failed the mission again. But it's after 10. I don't think we necessarily have to finish this mission today. I really want to, though. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Let's do it. Let's take it seriously this time. I'm not going to be showing off the characters. I'm just going to be going straight for it. Alright. Let's take these guys down. Druni is a lot of fun. He's not my favorite character ever, but he has some cool moves. He can like roll on a ball and come after you and whatnot. It's kind of neat. Okay, so that one got through. Where's young Link at? He's right here. Okay. Let's head to the other messenger here. Okay, there's another messenger. I'm going to send Ghirahim to protect this one. And I'm going to have young Link go and defeat Sheik. Stop us from losing this other guy, which is what keeps happening, because Sheik is just... Apparently she's a monster even when I'm not controlling her. Oh, that's lucky. Somebody's about to have a bad day. This is my favorite because it gathers people up. This is a good one to do in big groups. Sheik is done. That finishes off. Okay, we'll top up our magic. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to... Here we go. Protect this other messenger. Now, Ghirahim, for those who aren't familiar with him, he comes from Skyward Sword. He, like Fi, is actually a spirit that embodies a demon sword. So he's not actually like a... He's not a real boy. Okay. I think I just released the messenger, so now I'm gonna go back to this. So I think the messenger is gonna be fine. Okay, it says one messenger. Okay, good. What are you doing here? Yeah! Look at that. Just summoning it like brought everybody down to almost 0. That's crazy. Now this fairy, whenever you get a fairy out of a keep, it's usually because another base is protected with a magical field. So you'll notice if you look at the bottom left, there's a base. The main base is like flashing with a fire symbol. If I were to try to go on that base without activating this fairy, I would actually continuously take damage, unless I was in magic mode like I am right now. So the fairy actually helps you deactivate, essentially, the magic field. I don't really need to, so I'm not going to. But right now, like if I wasn't in magic mode, I would be taking lots of damage. I'm gonna top up here real quick. So we gotta defeat the enemy commander. Okay, she should be done after this one. Alright. Let's see, can I still attack? Nope, that's the end. You can always tell when the battle's over if you can't attack. Sometimes you need to defeat the enemy commander depending on the battle. They might summon a monster to the field and you have to defeat them too. But that is not the case here. And there was no A rank reward, so it goes straight to victory screen. There's his little victory thing. First Deity's great. Or Young Link, I should say. Both of them, really. It's the same character, you know. Little baby Link. He's like, I did good. Yes, you did, buddy. Yes, you did. Alright. Get our clear screen. There's Zant with his mask off, looking creepy. And we got A rank, so we only need 1,200 KOs for this one. Clear time. Clear time's usually under 15 minutes, I think. And then damage, you want to take less than 100 or 120, which is like 100% plus 20%. So you can like be all the way depleted, but you know, like replenish your life throughout the battle or whatever. Okay. Cool. I'm almost done with this map. I'm really close, actually. I'm actually surprised. I figured that would have been the last one because everything looks like it has, unless I'm missing something. Because these are battles. Well, never mind. I have to do all these red ones, it looks like. So I'm not close. All right, but that's Hyrule Warriors. Like I said, it's one of my favorite Warriors games. I hope you enjoyed checking it out with me. And like I said, come November when Hyrule Warriors 2 releases, we'll play through the story mode on that on Mondays and check it out together. See everybody tomorrow for the final episode of the playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then Thursday for the main stream, going on Thursdays, Saturdays, and Tuesdays moving forward. Again, we're going to be playing Hades. So if you haven't already, check it out. We just dropped episode 15 of the podcast yesterday. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. Take care. Bye.